And we're back with another episode of Mambo Talks. We're go ahead and help answer some of the most frequently asked questions for Mambo users or people wanting to know what Mambo Merge is all about. We welcome back Cynthia, our resident host and presenter for Office Hours. How's it going, Cynthia?
Hi, Jesse. It's going pretty well. I'm excited to answer some questions today. How are
Yes,
you
are you
doing?
excited to have us put you on the spotlight there to help tackle some of these questions?
Always.
Awesome. With that said, then I did want to mention if you do like this segment and would like to see more, feel free to like and subscribe below there. Let us know what you think. Let us know how we can improve and help us create better and more installments in the future. Okay, with that being said, if you guys know the drill, go ahead and put Cynthia in the spotlight with a couple of questions. So let's go ahead and start this round once again. Our first question of the day is, what is the templates tab within a routine?
Yeah, so when you're building a routine, you're going to go through all these tabs here, and it's just, the routine wizard helping you fill out things. So once you have set if this is a single record, your primary object, relationships that you might have needed, or built your template using the merge data page, then we get to templates and it starts off blank. We get three options here. We can check this box here, upload a template at the time of the merge. That one's not always what people are going to go for, but what they usually go for is either upload template or add template. What's the difference between these two? Well, add template is you've already uploaded your template file into Salesforce org. So you're just going to go click it and it gives you a label here for your template. You would then put in the label that you need. We'll put invoice, and then you would select this other field where you're actually choosing your template, and it goes and takes you to a files pop-up here. Now, you could select the most recent, or usually what happens is we have a folder where we keep all our Mambo Merge templates. You would go there and select the one that you need. And so we'll go with my simple quote here. Well, say it's our invoice because they're usually the same. And then I set my destination and generated file name if I needed to. What's the upload template look like? Well, it's just uploading the template, and then you would have a pop-up that asks you to choose from your local PC. And again, it's just gonna give you the same label. So let me add a template real quick for us. And we will include this template. And you can see I get a label, the file's already selected, generated file. It's pretty much the same layout here. It's just I chose this from my local PC. Now, if I check this and I have these templates here, they are going to disappear because this is a one does it all. And you even get a little warning here to remind you like, whoa, wait a minute, do you sure you want to do this? And this is just reminding you that you're going to need the template every time you try to use Mambo Merge, and all your existing templates and things that you've already set up are going to disappear. So maybe this is going to be a whole nother routine by itself. But because we're not building a routine out exactly, we're just showing you what it looks like. This is what it's going to look like. Pretty similar for your label template here, except the label is defaulted on the label part and the template field, and now we're just changing the destination and the generated file field. So that's what the template files are the templates tab is doing with all the files that we're adding. You can add as many as you need to. Obviously, this one is for upload, but if I wanted to, I could keep clicking this for days and they'll keep adding. So if you, for some reason, want to test Mambo Merge to the limit and do over 5 templates, by all means, go ahead. You're allowed to.
Awesome. So you kind of jumped into a little bit, and I kind of feel like we're multitasking here. So I love it. I love the fact that you're already anticipating the next question here. So with the brief explanation of the templates tab, the next question pretty much dives into what you kind of were introducing, but can you give us some additional information as to how do we configure templates within this tab? Are there any special use cases or scenarios that you have to consider when making some selections? Will one option change or make an impact versus the other? Just a little better understanding. You did cover
Yeah.
quite a bit previously, but anything else you can offer?
So, when you're making your template, label, template file, these are pretty set. They're not going to have too much of an effect on the rest of your routine build. But when it comes to destination, you do want to think about, are you going to be using backup dancers? Because backup dancers, some of them require the document to be saved to Salesforce. Other ones, they can still work and not have to be saved to Salesforce. So attached to a record, saved to a library, or attached to a specific record. These are all putting your final document inside Salesforce, saved and safe there. And so you can use on the next page all the available backup dancers that you need. Update record, save a task, send an email, launch a screen flow. But if we select download immediately, when you go to the next page, you're not going to be able to send an email or launch the screen flow. And that's because what's happening is to trigger those next spots, we need to have the file of our generated document to be able to do the next activity. Obviously, if you're sending an email, it's because you generated a document, you want the document. So that's where destination is pretty relevant and important. Save to a library and attach to specific records. This is you telling Mambo Merge you're going to add a little bit of extra information. As you can see, I put save to library. Now I have an extra field here, and I can choose where I'm going to put that. And I'm going to put it in my file here called generated documents. And now whatever document that I put here for my template file, when it generates the actual final document, it'll merge and be saved into the generated documents file or folder, which is a library too. Um,
I guess
we
that could be a question
we
for another segment, right?
right? What is the technical name, and why do you keep saying the wrong one? No, but to the specific record one, this one is if let's say for a use case, you're putting out all these invoices, but you want them assigned, like saved and assigned to the user who probably is the owner of the case. Maybe you're going to have it go there. Or maybe you need all of them attached to one particular person who's in charge of printing them all out, or who needs to approve them. Something requires you to save this not onto the attached record, but to another record. And so this one, you're hard coding that every document that's merged this way is going to attach to a particular record. It's not the most common, but there's always that one little instance where, wait a minute, this is exactly what I needed. So this is where you would go find out what the record ID is and then paste it in. Let me grab a record ID real quick. Um, we're just going to use the one that we're on just to show you what it looks like when we paste it in. Oh, and there we go. So yeah, it then gives me the name of it. So it's a lot easier than what you think when you come back to look at it later. You'll be able to see, like, if it was an account, it would give me the account name or a contact's name. So I would know this is saving all to, if I did a contact, John Smith's, record, I would know that. And so if I needed to update it for some reason, I would be able to understand, probably going to have to find where that record is and why we're changing it to a different one. But yeah, that's going to be that one. Another thing is this generated file name. So when you put in a document, actually, let's go back. We'll clear this guy out. We're going to select our template here. And we will select opportunity template. I select it. My generated file name wants to be opportunity template. Salesforce will let you have so many files named opportunity template. They will, till the end of time, you can keep making opportunity templates. So maybe as a human, it's not the best to have over 10 documents all named the same. at first glance. It's not going to be easy to go through and find the one you want. So you can go in here and change it. You can be like, this is the op invoice document, and now I will have op invoice document. But then I've started to merge and I have 50 op invoice documents at the end of the week. How do I know the difference of them? Well, if you see right here, this lets me know merge fields are supported here. So I can go ahead and put this, my favorite, name. Simple. The name now of my op is in the title of my generated file. Other ones are, today. So then I know exactly this document was from today for this opportunity. That's going to be what you're going to do to customize in this field. So you could do a good bit. Another thing that you can do with your routines is, if you've noticed this guy here, save the best for last, we can convert it into a PDF. And if you see, I clicked it, my merge field is going to let me convert it to a PDF. There's show preview. This is also affected similar to the backup dancers when we're choosing our destination. So if I hit download immediately, you'll see that checkbox is grayed out. So if we're going to download immediately, that means you don't need to check it. That's the thinking of it. But if you need to check it, attach it to the record, because you're saving it in your org. You want to be sure if this is the right one. Then you can have that option. So these two, they do a lot more than what they look like they're doing at first. These guys are pretty straightforward. We can name our label as much as we like, but you can configure and pretty much customize the template and the generated document pretty well here on this page.
Wow, you are on a roll right now, Cynthia, because you literally just tackled our next question with so much information there, which is awesome. I love it. So I guess if there's anything else left, what are some pro tips you recommend? I feel you tackled quite a bit of stuff, but is there
Yeah.
anything else? Any little secrets, secret sauce or secret ingredients that we can add to this? Because it was quite helpful there. All that additional information you provided.
Yeah, so with these guys right here, these are going to be the game changer. Adding a merge field into your generated document. You can use any of them. But I do want to share something that a client, another user has shared with us that was pretty cool. They went, and let's look at their document here. So we're on this page here. Here's the example that this other user did. They made a divide so that when their users, because they didn't want to have, you can have more than one component on a page. Don't feel you're limited there. If you wanted 5 different Mambo Merge components, you can. You can also control how they come and appear, but this user didn't want that. They wanted all of their templates in one thing. So, but they wanted their users to be able to identify what was happening for one department and what was happening for another department and easily see it. So they use the template labels to create this. And what this looks like, we'll take a look. We'll go to the studio here and you'll be able to see what we built with it. And here it is. I'll go to our template page. So what they did is they named a label, set it for download immediately because it's not something that's actually important, and they just filled in the template file with a blank template so that they could have that sales title, and then they made it the same thing for the divide and then still included it. So technically, if a user decided to, they could print out sales template, but most of their users know that's not the template they need. It's all more of aesthetics and using what Mambo Merge already has in to be so creative. So we were very impressed when they built this customized field. It looks real nice and it did exactly what they wanted it to do. So you can really do much, like a good bit with the template tab. They went above and beyond to make something customizable. You could probably stick some emojis in there, maybe the old school ones, to fill it into. But that's probably gonna be my favorite user tip that was shared with us. Another thing is I did not mention is when you're using multiple record merges, there's an extra field. So there's this merge type. So this is a multiple merge one. I believe it's a list view, but even if you're doing record where or from a report, you're going to get this extra field here called merge type. And this lets you choose, is every record going to have its own document? Are you going to have a single document and everybody gets their own page? Or you're going to have a single document where several records appear on a page. Or there's this cool little guy, output merge data. He's another way to verify the data that you're getting in a large merge. Usually it's used when you're troubleshooting just to verify that, like, if you did a record where you're getting all the right records. What's cool about single document multiple record per page, this is usually used when you're making like a label, like mailing label, name tag, something where you're putting it on a sheet and it needs to be probably a table of 10, but you're going to be making it for everybody. So usually if you're having a label maker, you're printing out the addresses and you have stickers that you're going to be taking and putting onto your envelopes. This will save you time than having to go through and be like, I have 10 stickers on a page, type out 10 people. No, I have 100 people that I need to put stickers for. So Mambo Merge will do that for me. The one document per record or one document with one record per page. These are pretty straightforward. They're more the commonplace thing where you're trying to do a large merge, maybe at the end of the week or monthly that you do. I just wanted to make sure that is covered because most people think you're just doing one single record, but this unlocks when you start doing those multiple records, and it still does the same thing where we can set up those destinations. As you can see, use those merge fields, my favorite ones, name and today. I mean, you could be more creative, but why, why step out when you got the basics down? But yeah, those will be my pro tips for the template tab.
Well, there you go, folks. We might have to include one of the one of the next questions to be how to add emojis into your
To your labels.
into your labels. I think that'd be cool.
We'll be putting pictures in there. It's the
Yeah.
drop down.
Well, with that part, that concludes our segment for today. And obviously, I hope you enjoyed it. There was a lot of information there, and it actually does help because the routines part, it's a feature available in some of our paid editions. So it's not something that gets unlocked immediately. But I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Cynthia, you do get a free trial at the beginning, so you can leverage and see if it's something you want to consider using moving forward.
Yes, just download from the App Exchange already. You'll be able to test out full speed. And if you need anything more to keep testing, you can meet with one of our sales reps and they'll help you figure out what your needs are.
There you go. Well, if you do have any questions or any feedback, or you like to ask a question for us, feel free to add in the comments below. Once again, we review these and we see if we pick any of these out for the next or a future installment. Cynthia, we thank you once again. You once again handled all the questions flawlessly, and you even provided even additional. You like kind of anticipated the questions, so you're like a rock star here on this part. So I hope everybody enjoys her contribution and ongoing support there.
Thank you.
We do thank folks for watching as well, and everybody have a great day. Take care.
Bye.